Okay, it's no secret that money is tight for a lot of people this holiday season. So if you're hosting, you don't want to show up empty-handed to a party, either one, we've got you covered this morning. Rebecca Chobot, famously known on TikTok for her Dollar Tree dinner ideas, joins me to share some holiday snacks to keep your guests happy and jolly. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Jane. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, it's great to see you this morning. I know a lot of people are going to be interested in this, so let's just get to your ideas. What's the first idea you got for us this morning?
Absolutely. So I have 3 different ideas here. They're at 3 different price points, so you can pick one depending on your budget. First, we have a charcuterie board. This I put together for around $20. Super easy, just deli meats, cheeses, an assortment of crackers, olives, things like that. Super easy to put together, $20, including the price of the platter.
Okay, and what's your best tip for keeping the price point down on that charcuterie board?
Keep variety low. So in this case, I went to choose variety as far as the meats and cheeses went, but I kept the cracker selection and only went with like 1 olive and 1 pickle. I made 2 separate dips, but I made them both with a single block of cream cheese.
Good idea. Okay, second appetizer idea. What do you got?
Secondly, I have these bacon wrapped pineapple skewers. They are coated in barbecue sauce. They are sweet and smoky. They cost around $10 to make. And the only problem is you want to eat what you're going to eat before you bring them to the party because you're not going to be bringing them home with you.
It looks really good. Okay, you have a really simple dessert recipe to balance out all that savory. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. This is my 2-ingredient fudge. This was actually a follower suggestion. And I made 2 separate batches here. All you need is peanut butter and frosting to make it. So I made a batch with peanut butter and chocolate frosting and a batch with peanut butter and vanilla frosting. And I swirled them together for a beautiful marble effect. And this whole tray only cost $5.
That is so cool. Okay, do you have any tips before we let you get away? People are always trying to break out on social media. You're just amazing on TikTok. How did you do it, and what would you tell people about the best way to get that audience?
Well, honestly, I didn't really do anything spectacular to get that audience. I've just supported people and given people a voice who I don't think have really had a voice in the cooking and food platform. So I put out content that's geared towards budget-friendly recipes, and I just got a following because that's needed right now.
That's great. Thank you so much. Where can people find you other than TikTok?
Other than TikTok, I do have a YouTube channel. It's under the same name, Dollar Tree Dinners.
All right. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. Happy holidays a little bit early from us.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. Hannah?
Let's make a charcuterie board with only Dollar Tree ingredients. This is where Dollar Tree shines because at $1.25 per item, you can get an insane amount of variety with a low upfront investment. If you don't have a large serving platter, Dollar Tree sells one in their party supply section. They also have these small clear bowls, and I picked up some cute food picks in the Thanksgiving aisle. For food options, Dollar Tree has an amazing selection of crackers. You can also find an assortment of deli meats, grab a few blocks of cheese, some green and black olives, a jar of gherkin pickles. A couple of extra options would be some mixed nuts or some chocolate-covered pretzels. I'll also show you how to make 2 different spreads for your charcuterie board. Soften a block of cream cheese at room temperature for an hour or 2, and then you're going to whip it with a hand mixer until it's creamy. If you want, you can add a tablespoon of milk, which will keep it soft even after it's been refrigerated. Divide this mixture in half. You're going to put half into a bowl and top it with some strawberry preserves for a sweet fruit spread. And the other half, I mixed in a tablespoon of dried chives, a 1/4 teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder for a onion and chive cream cheese spread. Some of the cheese I cut into sticks and wrapped in a slice of deli ham and then skewered with a food pick. The rest of the cheese I cut into cubes. I folded the rest of the ham into quarters, and then I sliced my summer sausage into thin slices. I'm using this as a guide for how to assemble the charcuterie board, so I started by putting down my sauces, followed by bowls of pickles and olives. Then I arranged my cheese in 2 piles on the platter. I ended up swapping my strawberry and olive bowls just for balance. I made a home for the meat and cheese skewers, and then I added my deli meat and summer sausage, and then the rest of this process is just filling in every single gap and making a home for each item that you purchased. I added in some pretzels, some mixed nuts, an assortment of crackers, and just made this board look as bountiful as possible. And here is our finished charcuterie board. The beauty of this is that it doesn't require any cooking, so it's perfect for anybody to bring to a family gathering or get together. If you need a budget-friendly but impressive appetizer to bring to any holiday party this season, these 3-ingredient bacon-wrapped pineapple skewers are the perfect addition. All you need is a can of pineapple chunks, or you can get the slices and cut them yourself. Bacon, I use 3 packages with 4 slices in each package, but we'll talk more about that later. And lastly, barbecue sauce, any flavor you like. You'll also need toothpicks, which you can grab at Dollar Tree if you don't already have them. Start by draining your can of pineapple. I was only able to find pineapples in syrup at Dollar Tree, but that's okay. We can use the syrup to make lemonade or sweet tea. Cut all of your bacon slices in half. Then wrap each chunk of pineapple in a half a slice of bacon and skewer it with a toothpick to hold it in place. I only purchased 3 packages of bacon, but if I wanted to use all the pineapple in the can, I would have needed 5 total. I'll share 2 cooking methods. The first is in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and the second is in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 12 minutes. For the air fryer ones, I did turn them on their sides a little bit to make sure they cooked evenly, and then I brushed each one with barbecue sauce all the way around, and I returned them to the air fryer for an additional 3 minutes. The oven-baked one is a similar process. I just brushed them liberally with barbecue sauce, and then I returned them to the oven for an additional 15 minutes. Here's the finished oven-baked version. All that's left to do is plate these up, and I did put a cup of barbecue sauce in the middle for dipping. I tried both the oven and air fryer version. The air fryer version was more crispy, and the oven version was more chewy, so depending on your bacon preference and your cooking appliances, you can do either. For the cost breakdown, I'll include the toothpicks and 5 packets of bacon, and don't plan on bringing any of these home. They'll probably get eaten up. 2-ingredient peanut butter cup fudge bars you can make from Dollar Tree. I actually had 2 separate followers send me this recipe, so I knew it had to be good. All you need is peanut butter and frosting. They both mention vanilla frosting, but when I think peanut butter, I think peanut butter cups, so I use chocolate fudge. You don't need a stovetop for this, you'll just make it in the microwave. Just add your peanut butter and your chocolate fudge frosting into a microwave-safe bowl, mix it together slightly, and then microwave it for 30 seconds. After microwaving, stir it to combine all the way and then add it to a parchment-lined baking sheet. You can use the back of a spoon to give it a decorative swirl texture. Set it in the fridge to chill for at least an hour, or make it in advance and chill it overnight. Unmold it, cut it into bars, and then this is ready to serve. You can keep this at room temperature, but it will soften up quite a bit, so I recommend storing it in the fridge to keep the best firmness.